Welcome back to yet more of the quiz maze. Wow, this place is long. Anyway, our question of the day is, who among these spirits can Kirby not inhale? What'll do, yes. Wispy Woods, that's actually a no, unless there's a game where Wispy Woods is tiny. Yes, I think you're a mini-boss. Yes, I'm pretty sure, and I know that you're called Mr. Flosty in some of the games. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. They were trying to trip me up, weren't they? So, I'm not sure, I'm not totally sure about this, but I think, yeah, in Triple Deluxe, there's a point where you get, the Hyper Vacuum, or whatever that ability is called. Hypernova, I think it is? And I think that segment ends with you inhaling Wispy Woods. So, I think Scarfy is the one game in this is the one enemy here who can't be inhaled in any game in the Kirby series. Good job, game. You almost tripped me up, but I think I'm right about this. Also, wait a minute. With Luigi, do we have everyone from the original Smash Bros? Yeah, we have the original 4 unlockable characters.
Luigi. Luigi.
He still says that name funny. I think that's like original Luigi palette, maybe? Fire Luigi. Wah Luigi. Ice Luigi, I think? And I think that's also a palette of Luigi and something, but let's use regular Luigi. Also, again, obligatory joke like I did with the Atom fight, but I have to at least try this. I think you all know what I'm going to do. Oh, but I doubt this will actually work.
Go!
So, you know, I don't know, let's take a moment to talk about this stage. So, this stage is the... Well, that didn't last long. I was hoping I could get a bit further with that. I had to try at least once. But yeah, this is one of the only stages in Smash Bros. 64 that's actually competitively viable. And it still has those gusts of wind. Oh, I think I did get you with a sweet spot, but you shielded. I still kind of wish Luigi had the Thunder Hand as a smash attack. Oh, I kind of like the idea of this. So the first Kirby represents the normal Starfy, and you represent what happens when you try and inhale it. It's like the schmuck bait thing, so it's on really high damage and it dies easily, but then it summons a bunch of angry reinforcements. And yeah, Luigi got declonified. Oh, that stops eventually. One, Luigi actually has the Cyclone. That's kind of a good victory pose. Can be enhanced, probably, into Angry Scarfy. I do find Luigi's pose in this game to be very strange. Imagine if they had to make an amiibo out of that. I think I was right. Yep, I was right. I did not fall for your trick question. And so I claim my reward. But first, let's fight all the other things here. First up, Mr. Flosty. Let's go. Well, Ice Floor plus Luigi. Super slippery shoes. Otherwise known as Proton John's Bane. Oh, I hit with that too. Does that make the sweet spot easier? I used to never be able to get it in the earlier games. Yeah, that leaves you very vulnerable if you miss with it. Speaking of clones and semi-clones who got declonified, something that not a lot of people remember these days is that Jigglypuff was originally a semi-clone of Kirby. In that it was obviously, ow, back of your hammer. It obviously was based off of Kirby's model, and it could float like Kirby. Some of his attack, some of her, because the Jigglypuff in Smash is generally assumed to be female, some of her attacks were complete copies of Kirby's. Oh, you know, you are not a real Luigi player until you get the final blow in a stamina match with Luigi's taunt. I'm gonna try that once, but I probably won't get it. Running forward and then suddenly getting KO'd. Kind of fitting of Luigi. I do admit the Luigi abuse sometimes goes a bit too far in the Mario series. Though at least one time it got particularly brutal in the second Mario and Luigi game. It turned out to be all part of a test, and the character saying that stuff really didn't actually mean that about Luigi. I don't think the fire jump punch has any real basis in Mario canon, except that in Super Paper Mario, Luigi had a super jump that was incredibly broken against some bosses, because you would damage them, like, going through them upward as well as going on the way down, so I think not Bonetail, the final boss of, what the heck was that boss's name? The final boss of the Over There could be beaten pretty easily with that, just by spamming super jumps. Ridley. Oh, because you have that attack where you grab people and kind of suplex them. That makes sense. Pretty sure you're who gives Kirby the suplex ability in the Kirby games.
Go!
Yeah, like that. Oh, no. In fact, Luigi got so declonified in Smash Brothers that the original term for that in the Smash community, declonifying a character in a fighting game is sometimes referred to as Luigification. But I guess I was actually going to use this part to talk about my thoughts on Wolf as a fighter, but I never really got the chance because I didn't expect to be unlocking Luigi at the end of the last part. But Wolf is interesting because he's actually he's actually not a clone at all, but he just looks like a clone. So he's a non-clone disguised as a clone. Oh, I can... Yeah, I remember this doesn't hit if they're directly under you. I learned that very early in this mode. I love how Luigi's just doing that looking pose. He's like... watching them fly away. Ah, yes, Sunnacane. Truly the greatest of legendary dogs, Sunnacane. For those who don't know, that's how I actually thought it was pronounced as a kid. Still can't believe Tyranitar is such a weak spirit in this game. And Salamence as well. That looks kind of cool, but it's not going to affect me. Of course, because Luigi is one with the thunder, thanks to... I know I'm mistaking thunder for electricity, which is stupid, but thanks to Mario and Luigi 1. One other thing about Luigi in Smash is that I think in the Runaway Guys Smash Brothers Brawl LP, Chugga said that Luigi has a 2% chance of tripping in that game when he runs instead of a 1% chance. But I've looked up the Smash Wiki, which is usually a very good resource for the exact, like, mechanics of characters' moves, and doesn't say anything about that. So I think maybe that's a myth. It would be pretty dumb to have one character who had a much, greater chance of tripping than everyone else. Luigi's air superiority! Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, both games introduce Luigi's ability to jump higher than Mario. Personally, Luigi prefers the air. Well, I mean, I guess in Smash Bros, Falco kind of like the Luigi to Fox as Mario, so yeah, sort of makes sense. So many Super Scopes. Luigi, nope. Oh, that actually looks like a good, I was about to say it looks like a good combo, and that reminded me of watching the Nelly's Broken video, and apparently in that game, Luigi has this one attack that is like, that they say, Luigi pressed A, my combo is now your combo now. They like to remix Butterbuilding, I've realised. Because apparently the Brawl remix of Butterbuilding was not very well liked, but I always thought it was fine. Who you gonna call? What'll do? Busters! Doesn't have quite the same ring to it. And next we have Wispy. I want to say there's at least one game where Wispy Woods is actually a threat, but I think it's like a bonus boss version. This is another song that I never really knew it from its original game, but I always loved this song in Brawl. And then I played some of the Kirby games and actually realized where some of the boss themes in this medley come from. Do I have strong wind immunity or just resist? Well, it kind of makes sense to be using Luigi Cyclone in this situation. How did one of them inhale me? I didn't even see that. Oh, I guess the Kirby is representing the apples because they're all red. That's kind of a nice touch. I just heard a Pokeball drop down. Can't see it anywhere, though. There we go. I didn't think I got the sweet spot there at all. I love that sound. I always used to refer to that sound... I've probably said this before, but I used to refer to that sound as... I mean, I think most people now... Well, a lot of people call it Quing, but I always used to refer to that sound as shattering, but I don't know if I probably said that before. Luigi's Final Smash doesn't really seem all that good in this game. So I'm not really saying much. I don't really have much experience with Kirby. As I've said before, I've only ever played Amazing Mirror. Well, got one of them, but it's not gone yet. Ow. If this fails, I'm going to be switching off of Luigi. Sorry, Luigi. Not exactly the best with him. I wonder how Luigi's tier status relates to Mario in most games he's in. I mean, in Smash Bros, not in, like, other games. I don't think there are many other games that Luigi's and Mario are in that have tiers, exactly. Uh-oh. Yeah, the wind is annoyingly drowning out the music. Nice, bomb block gambit there. Kind of fitting that I have Bomb Man as my assist for that. That took longer than I expected. Much longer than I expected to get through all of these Kirby spirits. But that opened up a new path. And I don't know why there was a cut to black. What are you doing behind Wispy Woods? Okay then. Now this should be an interesting experience. I'm definitely not using you for that. In fact, you know what? I promised to use Pokemon Trainer for the Pokemon fights because that's like catching the Pokemon. So, let's catch Mewtwo.
Pokemon Trainer.
With, yeah, I guess one of the people who canonically can catch Mewtwo. So I think Leaf, or, well, no, people call her Leaf, but it's actually, no, yeah, she's called Green in the English versions of Let's Go. Why are they playing Dialga and Palkia? What? I always considered the remix of the Pokemon Battle theme that sounds all dark and mysterious from Smash Bros. Melee to be Mewtwo's theme. Why are they playing this theme? Mewtwo isn't even in Diamond and Pearl. Anyway. Yeah, like... Green in that game is generally considered kind of a yandere, which is pretty weird. But anyway... I guess... Mewtwo use Mirror Code, I guess. I think it can actually learn that, too. Oh, I was hoping to use all three of my Pokemon. But anyway, we caught Mewtwo pretty easily. Well, less easily than if you just used a Master Ball. So, this is interesting. Mewtwo was the closest thing that I had to a main in Melee, only because Mewtwo was the one character in Melee who I actually liked from their home series. And so, yeah, I use Mewtwo quite a bit in Melee, but I never bought Mewtwo's DLC in Smash 4, so I have not played as Mewtwo since Melee. Oh, another quiz question. Huh. I seem to remember this being in the trailers, because I vaguely remember this question. So, with this we have... Nathan Graves. Gabriel... Oh, really? They're referencing Lords of Shadow? I thought that was like a total reboot that's not acknowledged by any of the other Castlevania games. Trevor C. Belmont, or Ralph C. Belmondo in the Japanese version. Kid Dracula. Who... it's ambiguous whether... I don't think that's actually supposed to be Alucard, but I forget. It's like a weird spin-off game that I don't think is canon at all, even though Galamoth does actually appear in Symphony of the Night as an optional boss, who was the big bad of Kid Dracula. Yeah, I somehow watched a playthrough of that game a while ago. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Mewtwo. I think it's Trevor, because... Yeah, it was Trevor, Cypher, and Grant, and poor Grant, he doesn't get referenced in anything except, Judgment, in which he got turned into a mummy for some reason. But yeah, he's not in the Netflix series. Yeah, Cypher and Alucard get referenced in a lot of later things, and Cypher's bloodline is kind of important to...
Mewtwo.
Oh, it's not Mewtwo, like in Melee.
Mewtwo.
I think I'll go to the skill tree for a little bit. But, yeah, Grant just... Nobody seems to really care about Grant. Okay, those are expensive. I always thought that part of the song sounded like... something like the James Bond theme. But anyway, we have to fight the 4-star. With a character I haven't played as since Melee. Hostile assist trophies will appear when the enemies are hide down. Oh, yeah, of course, because that's... And Grant's being represented by a girl. Yeah, Palutena is obviously Cypher. And reinforcements will appear. In fact, it makes more sense if Cypher is Sheik, because Cypher's gender was meant to be a mystery until the end of the game, like Samus and Sheik. There's actually a lot of fights in Castlevania where you fight Doppelganger, Trevor, Cypher, and Grant, and Alucard. Again, never played Mewtwo since Melee. This should be interesting. Oh, of course Grant's up first, because Grant is the one that nobody cares about. I didn't hear you. That did, though. I remember Mewtwo's throws being particularly strong. Usually ESP-based characters have good throws. I still love the way Mewtwo picks up items, just levitating into telepathy. Oh, hi there, mummy in the background. Are you trying to kill us? Ah, there's Ralph C. Belmondo himself. I'm sorry, I love saying that name because it just sounds so stupid. If I remember right, Mewtwo's up smash doesn't have a lot of launching power, but it does hit a lot of times. And of course, Mewtwo is infamous for, in Melee, being kind of bottom tier, but not actually the bottom of bottom tier. A lot of people always thought, oh, Mewtwo's the worst character in Melee. I don't think he ever was. That is supposed to be Side Strike, apparently. What? Oh, hi, Alucard! You're voiced by Yuri Lowenthal in this game, from what I've heard. He can turn himself into a bat. I'm close to winning here, but I could very easily die if I don't... If Alucard runs straight into me. He wasn't even using the broken weapon from his home game. I love how one of his assist trophies abilities in this game is running around using the... I don't know how to pronounce, like, Chrysogrim, or whatever that thing was. I think it's called Valmon Way in later games, but I remember that being stupidly... I didn't play Symphony of the Night, but I saw a blind playthrough of it, and... Oh, okay. I thought for sure you were gone there, but you surprised me. I was pointing in the wrong direction there. Can this edge... Guess I'll... find out if that can edge guard. Yeah, they really didn't want any spoilers, so someone in the comments said said you can get this really broken weapon by grinding this one enemy type in the library, and this enemy has one of the silliest names in any game ever, Shmoo. I feel like that's probably a mistranslation, but I'm not really sure what they were meant to be, but yes, there's an enemy in Symphony of the Night actually called Shmoo. And then these flying heads that just fly past the screen. So anyway, the Shmoos, you have to grind them and you can get this thing. So what the Let's Player actually decided to do is go, okay then, as punishment for spoiling me, I'm going to make you all sit through me grinding for this weapon until I get it. It only ended up being 2 parts, but I thought that was a pretty funny way to punish people for spoiling a blind Let's Play. Now, can I get rid of you before Alucard shows up? Oh, nope, that's Alucard. He's using his Mist form. His Bat form, I don't remember it being that damaging in the original game. I think you had to get a special power-up for Bat to be powerful. You had to get Fire of Bat. Yep, there's that broken Chrysaegrim spammage. Not nearly as broken here, though. I would say die, monster, you don't belong in this world, but... should have seen that coming. Alucard is kind of tough, actually. It's kind of funny that my first, ever 4-star spirit is, well, 4-star primary spirit is one of the only ones that I don't have at level 99, because I never actually used her in the gym. But anyway...
Ready? Go!
I haven't even used any of Mewtwo's throws. Wow, I said that they were really good. Wow, really? Really? That has shorter range than it looks. At least we have to hear this song. This song's really cool. I like this song. Although every Castlevania first stage theme is amazing. No exceptions. Every single Castlevania first stage theme is amazing. Even the ones from the games that I have never even heard. Because they are Castlevania first stage themes. Accidentally perfect shielded there. How is that a weird how Shadow Ball, a ghost type move that was physical for the majority of its lifetime, although Mewtwo doesn't have terrible physical attack, kind of became the signature move of Mewtwo, and it originated back with the first movie, back before Shadow Ball even existed. Oh, that was bad. But I still got you. Uh-oh. Can I get rid of Ralph C. Belmondo before Alucard's Bat form destroys me? It's always the Bat form that's been the... well, he just down-kicked me. Though, clearly your downward kick is nowhere near as amazing as Soma's. Which, have you watched the tool-assisted speedrun of Symphony of the Night before? Not Symphony of the Night. Watch a tool-assisted speedrun of Aria of Sorrow. You will see the true awesomeness that is Soma's downward kick. It's always the Bat that gets me. Well, I mean, you are probably a Dark type. And Mewtwo's Psychic, so that makes sense. But yeah, the moment that you get the kicking skeleton soul in that game, in a tool-assisted speedrun, the game just goes crazy. There we go, there's Mewtwo's up throw. That's not quite as powerful as I remember it being. I remember that one Mewtwo's up throw practically being an instant KO most of the time. Uh-oh, I have all 3 of them against me now. Don't remember Mewtwo's jab working like that either. Mewtwo's jab used to be this like, I hold my hand out and wave it around and I just make magical purple sparkles appear that do very minimal damage. Well, this has got crazy. Oh no, here's Alucard. I am liking Mewtwo's Final Smash though. Goes all the way across the stage. Except that one didn't actually KO. Only got one of you. Oh no, Alucard's here. Okay, Grant's down. Don't just stand close to Alucard. I I do have Assist Killer, don't I? It's just Alucard's being ridiculously annoying. I probably can't grab him either. That was incredibly close, I think. Oh! The kick! Again!
Round 1, die kick! Headshot! Perfecto!
Continue.
Okay, I will give you credit for being the first 4-star to legitimately bother me for some time. Although I don't think you were listed on the That One level page for this game on TV Tropes at all. Oh no. Yeah, the real boss of this is not any of them, it's Alucard. That missed everyone, didn't it? Well, it hit Alucard, but he's immune to these. Okay, that seems to work like a grab. Once again, Mewtwo's Side Smash having pathetic range. Oh, stupid bat! That has a huge hitbox! That went over my head and it still got me. Oh. If I'd thrown that at someone... Oh, wow. Freaking Alucard. He's the only threat in this fight. And I think he's infinite as well. Until you KO him, at least. What is up with the knockback on that bat attack? Bat was never one of Alucard's main offensive abilities in Symphony of the Night at all. Oh, hi, Death. Don't worry, you don't need to show up. I've already seen you plenty of times in this fight. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Speaking of which... I'm now gonna have a major phobia of Alucard for some time to come. Oh, bat! Why is Mega Mewtwo Y so tiny? That's not gonna hit you, is it? Yeah, you went way below that. I've never been able to KO Alucard either. I think he's kind of vulnerable after batting, which is a weird word. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh, the kick again!
Round 2, die kick! Perfecto!
Screw you, Alucard! It's only you that's the problem. I'm not gonna win this, because Alucard hasn't even appeared yet. And of course, what got me again? The bloody bat. Every single damn time.
Ready? Go!
That in the wrong direction. Oh, I spawned right. Came out of it. Okay, then. Well, I'll take that. First 4-star to actually give me trouble in ages. But that was my first time using Mewtwo since Melee, so yeah, but oh boy, that one was not what I expected. That was the right answer, at least. Please tell me this fighter is not guarded by another 4-star. They probably are, actually. 5,000 SP. Risky boots. Huh. Well, if Shantae was in this game, that's probably who you'd be guarding. But now I have to get rid of the other spirits here. Gabriel, Belmont... let's go reverse order. That's kind of funny, you're using that version of Lucas. And it's funny that I'm using physical attack up and fist attack up on Mewtwo, but I guess Mega Mewtwo X, aka the one that... I always wish that Mewtwo's Final Smash in this game would be Mega Mewtwo X, because come on, it's part fighting, and we're in a fighting game. And it never gets any marketing. See, that's the other reason, like... Yeah, people get annoyed at Charizard and Mewtwo both having 2 Megas because both are stupidly popular Gen 1 Pokemon, which, again, makes me sad because I actually genuinely like Charizard, and so I always get lumped in with the nostalgia Gen 1ers just for saying that I like it. But anyway, I think the thing that really bugs me about the 2 Megas issue, though, is that for both Mewtwo and Charizard, one of the Megas never seen in any media or marketing. Like, Mega Charizard Y might as well not exist. I was always hoping that, like, oh, you know, because there was a second trainer in the anime apart from Elaine who had a Mega Charizard, so I was like, oh, it's, you know, perfect opportunity for them to use Mega Y, right? Nope, Mega X. And then we don't think we've ever seen Mega Mewtwo X in anything, like in any media. But yeah, I believe you're from Lords of Shadow. I've never really seen much of the Lords of Shadow games. They just kind of look like, I've heard the song title Cross Your Heart though, but I don't know what it's from. Just to me, they kind of look like super, I don't want to say edgy, but I was about to say that, like kind of God of War ripoffs, so yeah. Didn't expect to actually get a KO with Shadow Ball. Anyway. I need to calm down after that fight. That was annoying. The one thing that I haven't said about Mewtwo yet is, as much as I do like Mewtwo, of course we have Awake. And you being Richter kind of makes sense in that outfit. Actually, wait a minute. Let me just reset the music so I can do my mock lyrics to that song that I made up relatively recently. Dracula's awake now, and he's coming to kill you all. That's pretty much as far as I've got.
Ready? Go!
This kind of does look like the first area in Circle of the Moon, which I only know about because I watched World Mithril's playthrough. I always wanted to see Circle of the Moon. I think it's one of those games that, one, didn't do so well because it was a pretty dark game and was released before the GBA SP, so there was no backlight. And also because I think it was one of those that people thought at one point was declared non-canon. I don't think it ever was declared non-canon, but... Well, these fights are really easy compared to that one. I was about to just call it Alucard, because really, Alucard was the real boss of that fight, not the other 3. But anyway... So, a thing that I'm not such a big fan of Mewtwo in a Smash game is that it always runs that kind of... The problem with having a character who is intentionally designed to be brokenly overpowered in their home game, and then putting them in a fighting game where everyone is supposed to be quote-unquote balanced, or at least they're supposed to attempt to make everyone balanced, it just leads to massive cases of adaptational wimp, as TV tropes would say. It's kind of funny. It's sort of also like how Rosalina being a playable character in in 3D worlds suffer from the same problem. It's like, Rosalina, all-powerful cosmic entity, can be killed by Goombas. But that was the same thing with Mewtwo here. I mean, at least Arceus isn't in a Smash game, but I mean, Mewtwo's actually statistically stronger than Arceus in its Mega Form. I do remember that one Shantae game I played, Risky's fight did use a lot of explosives. Ow. Probably should have directional influence there. Even though I'm not really sure how to do that. Galaxy Force. I like how they went and gave names to all of these basic moves that characters have. Because they normally didn't do that outside of specials. Although some Smash, like some fans gave fan names to the moves that are really bizarre. Like, if you're not a competitive player, like that is the thing. And that's why I talked about the Smash wiki earlier in maybe even this video, I think. Yeah, with Luigi. But one thing that I do, like, it has some good info about the competitive viability of characters and their movesets from a competitive standpoint, but it is very much written from a competitive perspective only. Which means if you're just trying to find general information on Smash games, it's not the best source, and a lot of the information on characters is kind of cluttered by a bunch of terminology that only competitive players will understand, like Falcon's jab combo being referred to as the Gentleman, which makes no sense unless you're pretty deep in the community, because it's named by an actual player, I think, and yeah, it's weird. Huh. Oh, actually, that makes sense for Risky Boost to be guarding you. Because, yeah, she's a pirate, and K. Rool's kind of a pirate crocodile king / mad scientist in that one game he was in. I've been waiting for K. Rool for a while, actually, but it looks like this is the last thing I have left to do in here, so Armonite Mewtwo's kind of silly, because Mewtwo's one of the floatiest characters in the game. I knew you'd be in the Dark World. Like, I didn't think for a moment that you wouldn't be in the Dark World, but although I got kind of hopeful with the Donkey Kong area on the Light World. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to play as you, because I've never actually played as you before. Oh, I'm Haverstaff. I just said, like, I'm Haverstaff there. Okay, I need to get at least one KO with that. That used to... I remember that being much stronger. I remember in Melee, that practically being an instant KO if they're above 100% damage, but I could be exaggerating there. I need to KO someone with this. There we go. Nope. Oh, nope. It did... It star KO'd him. That's the word I was looking for. I remember seeing a tweet with one of, like, the rare, one of the actual rare creators who made King K. Rool, reacting to how I got into Smash. It's like, oh, never expected a character that I just came up with a lame pun name for out of nowhere to get into Smash. I think, I could be wrong, but I think we got everything here. Mewtwo is sliding on his bottom down this slide. That's kind of silly. But anyway, as for how Mewtwo here compare, like, does he feel any different to how he was when I used him in Melee? I don't know. I haven't played Melee for a really, really long time. I don't really remember much about how he was in Melee, but his up smash seems to be a lot less pathetic. His jab seems to be better. But I mean, you know, I don't know anything about competitive Smash Brothers, so for all I know, most people are going to be pointing out to me that those are actually worse than they were before. Anyway, trying to think of what's another case of a character who's designed to be brokenly powerful in their home series getting into a crossover fighting game. I know a few characters in the Naruto fighting games kind of suffer from that. But I'm sure there's, like, some character who has, like, outright godlike powers in their original game and just gets into a crossover fighting game and they're suddenly really weak. Oh, that's the beginning. How do I even get back? I know I did that once. I don't know if back takes you out of the dungeon or takes you back to the very beginning. Oh, right, this is how you get back. So there'd better be a star here when I go back to the main world. Yep, there's a star. So, I think I've actually done everything on the northern part of the map. That dungeon took a long time, wow. That was like 4 parts, or even 5 for one dungeon. So I can either go through there, or to the ruined city here. Whichever way I decide to go, I'll see you back here next time.